What's up, y'all? Welcome to Po Boys. Don't forget to subscribe.
I'ma make noises. You can't fuck with my energy. I'ma make noises. I'ma make noises. Yeah.
Welcome to Po Boys.
Welcome back to Po Boys!
Yes, that's a Grom, and y'all see what I'm talking about in just a second, but you're gonna have to watch through. Alright guys, so me and Sean went ahead and headed to Shreveport, which is like an hour away, and we headed to Tits. Tits is Taylor's insane turbo system.
He's been waiting to say that. He just wanted to say tits.
I just wanted to say Tits. Taylor's insane turbo systems is Tits, and we're at Tits. We're about to see Sean's Corvette. So last video y'all saw that Sean's Corvette blew up, and that was from a long time ago, but this is what he's been doing in the meantime. So let's go ahead and get into this. So there's some pretty cool stuff going on with this thing. There's the Vette. It's been a minute since I've seen that. This will be the first time that I've seen it since it's been 4-linked, so let's go ahead and get started with a catch up on what the Vette's been going on with.
Ooh, man.
So y'all will see on Sean's channel, Sean actually has a G7X. He's doing all his filming stuff, and he plans on making a channel
right now.
with Next Shift. There's one video on there about his product and what Next Shift actually is, but y'all click above or which one of these directions. I still don't know the direction. Go ahead and click on there and follow Sean, follow this build, because this is gonna be wild.
It's gonna be more like a blog style, like where we take the Vette and all the things we're gonna do, like race it, all the building stuff, and actually got a second car we're gonna start building on that channel too here pretty soon.
So y'all go ahead and give Sean some support, because that man really is trying to go fast this year.
If you can't tell that I'm trying to go fast, then come look at this.
Oh my God.
Give me a sign if you wanna come. Just give me a sign. I don't wanna front, I just wanna see you. Just give me a sign if you wanna come.
For people that don't understand what this is a C6 Corvette.
The trans is supposed to be right here.
Yeah, that's what the transmission's supposed to be.
The trans is gonna go up front to cut all this stuff out in the front to clearance enough room for the trans to get up there.
Oh, that's cut.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks so good. There's gonna be a lot of room for that trans.
Oh yeah, and then
this used to all be, okay, so the way these work is it literally goes engine, flywheel, clutch, torque tube into the transmission, and then the diff, but he's gonna have engine, clutch, flywheel, transmission, then drive shaft to a Fab 9. That is wild, son. Taylor down here putting in the welds on these guys. This looks really good. This is the first time I've seen this in person. There's so much stuff that's been cut out from under here. Ah, it's got a chute too, so now you can actually slow down safely.
Yeah.
And then it's going to get a cage soon. That's also another thing. It's getting a cage.
A big cage soon.
Oh my gosh. Tits. Y'all on this channel are pretty spoiled, because not many people get to see this picture right here. That's something that, unless you're going full on drag car, it's wild. And he's taking a street car and basically making it a drag car,
This
but
is
leaving
the
it
road.
a street car.
This is the road to the 7 stick shift.
Wow, that just looks so good.
See how it's all welded in the frame, like real nice and everything right there.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I never would have thought I would have seen this right here.
Remember back in that other video? If you haven't seen that other video, me and Poe doing like a whole driveline drop and replacing some stuff in the car. Go check out that video right now. Now, we don't have to do any of that stuff whenever we want to drop the trans in this car. We don't have to take none of the rear end stuff out. We used to have to drop the whole cradle. There was a stock cradle that bolted up right here. Had the trans, had the rear diff, had everything. You had to take everything off the rear of the car just to be able to get the trans out, just to work on the clutch at the front of the car.
Exactly.
So I've done that way too many times in my life.
On jack stands?
On jack stands.
So
and I'm not trying to do it anymore. So now we don't have to mess with none of this. If we have to do anything up front with a trans, we just pull the trans back, drop it, easy peasy.
And then this car is also gonna get some go fast parts too, which y'all will definitely be seeing, and it's on Sean's channel, so if you wanna go see it, subscribe and you can see it.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Po Boys. Don't forget to subscribe.
That's my boy Slade. He's the one that hooks me up the vapes at Vape Escape in Ruston. If y'all want to go get some vapes, go to the Vape Escape in Ruston. Got y'all hooked up. What you know about that 7-second streetcar rattle can drop?
Hey, what you know about that?
So let's tell you the story of the Grom. First off, what is it? Alright guys, so here it is. This is the new toy that y'all saw in the back of the last episode. This is a 2015 Grom, so it's Gen 1. It's got a few things done to it. It's got stiffer clutch springs, some basic mods, but we'll go over that stuff here in a bit. But as of right now, this thing needs a lot of work. But let's go ahead and get a quick intro in on this thing because I want to show y'all basically what this bike is and the condition we got it in. And then we're going to go ahead and make it a little bit more reliable than it is now.
I don't wanna front, I just wanna see ya. Please give me a sign, yeah. Please give me a sign if you wanna come. Please give me a sign, yeah. I don't wanna front, I just wanna see you. Please give me a sign if you wanna come.
So I know y'all might be thinking that we have enough projects already, but this is something that Gavin and I actually came across. I asked Gavin about it and he said, yeah, I'll go ahead and get it, but he actually meant get it for me. So Gavin actually bought the Grom for me so that way I could make some content with it whenever I had a little less content going on. We're going to have the Grom and we're going to get motovlogs back, so I'm excited about motovlogs. So big thank you to Gavin. It's just a 6. Y'all all know who he is. That man really is doing the most for his friends and he's really helping all of us out. So please give that man some thanks. A lot of stuff goes on behind what y'all don't see and he deserves some appreciation.
Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started with what this thing actually is. This is a 2015 Grom and... okay, so it's actually really nice, but it needs a few things. This thing already has been done up. It has a 12 bar and crash bar and stunt pegs. It already says send it on it. Like, how much better could that be? It literally says send it right there. So that already is a +1. I don't have to do that. We're gonna take off these stickers right here. Maybe eventually change the color on this thing with some vinyl wrap, possibly. Something along the lines of that. We'll have to figure it out. It's got an exhaust on there. It says Zoom. It's titanium, and those are really nice welds. I don't know if that's eBay or not. The header looks kind of small. I don't know if that's aftermarket or if that's just the stock header. As far as the engine goes, it starts right up. It has a stunt brake, so this is a rear brake right here. Normally your clutch is right here, but the clutch is here now and the rear brake is this. However, they're not set up right, so like I'm gonna need to move these levers a little bit further down so that way there's better control while you're in the air doing a wheelie. There's also some stuff right here like this phone mount. This right here is broken, which I can probably just aluminum TIG weld that back together. This right here is just a phone mount that really just I don't think ever was right. This right here is a turn signal and bright switch, which I'm probably going to end up trying to put back right here if possible, if there's enough room. This right here, the gauge cluster, it's not even bolted in. The front forks are going to need a bigger spring as well as a rebuild and seals and all that stuff because the front forks are blowed out. Brakes are good, tires are good. It's a pretty solid bike, so let me go ahead and fix all this stuff. And then there's also one more thing right there. There's a few wires right there that aren't that clean that I don't really know what they're to, but I'm going to go ahead and clean all this stuff up. Well, it's bolted in. Well, I guess I can put that stuff back. There's the oil in it eventually. Probably here in a little bit. And then also I'm gonna take off these stickers real quick. Alright, there's the stickers off of it. I'm gonna keep Grom Gang on there. I've got this thing torn apart because there was some wires that just didn't look good or right at all. So we're gonna have to figure this out. That is the ground someone wired in. This looks like the stock horn location. So I believe these go back to this relay right here, which that is correct. And connected to a battery, and there's a fuse. So basically they just put a relay in the horn. I don't know if there's a stock relay or not, but there's an extra one here. I could take advantage of this and use a louder horn. Let's go ahead and get this a little bit closed off and fixed up and cleaned up. There we go. and power goes to the horn, and these come from the switches, and this is direct 12 volt. So that's as long as it needs to be. Alright, so I have a jumper wire on this horn right here, but I don't know where it's grounded to. I think it might be just grounded to this itself. So, let's see. Yep. Yep, it's chassis grounded. That's it. We're gonna bolt that to the chassis somehow. Probably gonna have to drill a hole here and make a little bracket for it. I'm gonna take off some paint so I can get a better connection for ground for that horn, so that way we don't have to worry about it getting a bad ground connection. Wow, that could not have been a better fit. Wow. I like that little bracket I made, man. Might look a little goofy from the front, but I don't care. Bracket looks good. Let's listen to it, see if the horn makes any noises. Oh, I love it. That's great. Dope. All right, well, we got a working horn. Now let me throw this thing back together. All right, guys, well, here is the Grom after everything is back together. Everything looks pretty good. If you can look at the hand controls, everything down here is good. You have great angle for whenever you're standing up on these stunt pegs right here. You have great angle with the brake now, and also clutch is regular angle for whenever you're sitting down on the seat. This ram mount I put on there because that is to hold my phone, and it also isn't in the way of the gauge. My phone sits about like right here. Move this to the side for now before I weld that back together. Turn this off, and if you see, the horn works. The horn works good. There's one more thing that I'm gonna have to do, but we're gonna wait until another video. That I just recently noticed is the exhaust is held on by zip ties, but honestly, I don't think it's going anywhere because they're holding it pretty well. But I'm gonna have to make a bracket for that eventually. I'll do that in the future. As far as the Grom goes, this thing is doing pretty good, and it's ready to rip, so y'all let me know if you wanna see some moto vlogs on that thing, because if you want to, then I'll go ahead and film them, and we'll make it happen. All right, so a lot of y'all have been wanting to know what's been going on with the Poetruck, and it's time to finally find out. And don't mind the drift car, that thing's getting a lot of construction done on it, and there'll be a video out on that next Tuesday. I'm making sure I can get everything together because the Mustang videos, I'm kind of wanting to do like a whole lot of stuff in one video, and that takes a lot of time actually. I'm posting once every Tuesday, and if I have time for an extra, then I'll post in between, but I'm trying to make more quality better than quantity, because last year I was getting more quantity and it wasn't really, it was lacking quality. Let's go ahead and turn this thing on. All right, well, okay, so we let the glow plug stop. This is the thing that's wrong with the truck. It'll start, but it still takes a while to, and when it does, it white smokes really bad. Oh, maybe it won't even. It just started. Well, daggum. Well, the thing would start for a second, but then it don't start no more. So I was able to get it started with starting fluid, and I probably could do that right now if I had someone else with me, but I don't. But the thing is, once it does get started, it lopes really bad. It surges and it white smokes. So I think that possibly the injector O-rings are bad, but I'm gonna have to check on it. But I wanted y'all to have an update on this because I know everyone's been asking about the truck and what's been going on with it. So I think it might be lift pump, fuel pump, or injectors, something along the lines of that, and possibly injector O-rings. So I'm gonna change the injector O-rings and we're gonna see if that fixes it. And if so, then great. If not, then we'll go ahead and diagnose even further. Daggone, it's not liking life right now. Alright guys, this concludes this video of Po Boys. Thank you very much. If you guys have any suggestions for anything, or if you just want to say hi, go ahead, drop it down in the comment section below. I check them all. Y'all, thank you very much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Be great. Send it.